Welcome back. Joining me now is Wausau West head hockey coach and the president of the Wisconsin Hockey Coaches. Hey, you got to wear a couple hats. BJ Brandt with me today. And BJ, I guess the big question is, you and I had a discussion earlier, and so far, what's the grade of the state tournament being moved to Middleton?
I think right now, I think it's a great experience for the players, and it's the fan experience hopefully is improved for them too. They're closer to the action, and the stands are full. And I think from that perspective, to give our student athletes a great experience, that sectional final field is kind of what we were going for. And I think this facility is done. I'm sure there's lots of things that we'll hear about after the fact that need to be changed and modified, but I think getting in here to start with is a good starting point. And I think the fans have come out and support the tournament.
I got to admit, I was pretty not enthused by getting moved here. Maybe it's because I've been to the Coliseum so many years, but the more I've hung out here and I've seen the crowds be able to, closer to the action, and the noise level is up more for the players. It's like, wow, this is a pretty good idea.
So one of the things we were talking about in the coaches booth was you can hear the action, you can hear the talk, and you can hear the coaching, you can hear everything. And that's something we didn't really get before because we were so far removed from the arena or from the surface. So this has been kind of fun. I think it's a different fan experience because it's really good hockey. You've got passionate fans from both teams that have packed the stands for all the games so far. And it's just hopefully it's a better experience for our guys, and it's a good experience for our sport and to showcase it in the USHL. It's pretty good for us.
When you look at Division I, you've got marquee teams here. Teams that have done well here, teams that have won here, and this is a bigger stage for it. You would think, with being so tight, so many people, that it's just a whole different atmosphere. But to have those teams that you have in here, in the championship games and semifinal games, you're going to have pretty good fans, and you're going to have people have pretty good knowledge of the game.
Yeah, the Division I side, they're pretty historic programs that have been here. You look at, since we've gone to two divisions, at the Division I level, it's been pretty steady. There's been 6 teams represented in that time period. Now on the Division II side, it's totally different. We've had 11 different communities represented in that 4 years. So you look at just the way that changing our model a little bit has helped our membership. And at the Division I side, obviously, it's a little bit different because there isn't as much fluidity to the teams that are there. But obviously, you've got historic programs that are followed well, great fans, great coaching, great players that are going to put on an awesome state tournament.
When you look at the Division I semis, Notre Dame and USM, those are teams that have won here before. USM just a few years ago. And then you look at this one, the last 2 teams to win state championships are going to play here next. Verona and Hudson. Hudson's won 2 in a row, looking for the three-peat. Verona, well, I don't want to say they were under the radar a little bit. They didn't get off to a strong start this year, but they've always had good fan support. It didn't even matter if they were at the Coliseum. They always came out to cheer on their team. And Joel Marshall got a couple state championship rings. And he may be one of the coaches in the state that you don't really hear a whole lot about. But what do you say about the results?
Well, at the end of the year, they're always playing well. We get to see them typically in that Christmas, New Year time.
Yeah.
We're all still sorting each other out a little bit. There's been years we beat them, they beat us, and it's kind of fun to see where these guys end up at the end of the year. But obviously, they're playing really well, led by a player of the year, and he's going to be their pulse. This is going to be a really exciting game to watch.
Hudson going to be trying to go for a three-peat here, and it's just Hudson's defense, and they'll outscore you one way or another. But slowing down Reese Gordon, he's got a good supporting cast around him. But Hudson also has a pretty nice goaltender behind him as well.
Yeah, Aiden has played really well. We got to see them over at their place. He played well against us. He's somebody that has a ton of experience. He's got great playoff experience, state tournament experience, championship experience. And then you throw with their cast. They've got 3 solid lines, 6 solid defensemen who play their role. So it'll be. You look at as a fan, they're trying to earn a three-peat, right? But sure, if you ask them, they're just trying to play one more game. And for Charlie to come in and take over for Davis when Davis stepped down was it's been great for him and probably their community to see how he's been able to get them playing well at the end of the year.
You don't think Davis Kariski still has some influence on this team? I bet he does.
Hey, he's a Hudson Raider, true and true. So I'm sure there's lots of influence still there.
One of the things I wanted to ask you quick before we finish up here. Some of the people say this tournament should go to Division I 8 teams. Is that something you guys are looking at, or are you just kind of okay with status quo at this point?
No, I think change is good, but change happens slow. So like it took us a long time to get this change. It took us a long time to get the 2-division change.
Yeah.
So I think now it's what's next. And I think the next spot for us is how can we grow with the number of teams on the north side. So I think an 8-team Division I and a 4-team Division II, we keep that. The only issue there is you've got it, the girls are part of this, and we want to make sure that they're taken care of, and we're not doing something that hinders them, and they're not doing something that hinders the boys' side, because we got to coexist here. It's been a great relationship, and I think if we can find a way to separate weekends or problem solve a little bit to have, because right now you can't run an 8-4 in the current model.
No.
So you would have to separate weekends, and those are all things and conversations we're having right now. And I think the girls, just talking to a few of their coaches, will support that to have their own weekend. And I think it's great that for the girls' games to showcase themselves, because it's such an awesome event. You got 3 daughters that play, and I would love for them to have that weekend and showcase the sport from the girls' side.
You heard it right here. 3 daughters in play. Hockey dad through and through. BJ Brandt, thanks for your time as always, and we appreciate all you do for the website. Good luck to you next year, and I'm sure our paths cross somewhere along the way. I'm sure it will.
Thanks.